Temperature here in Foxborough, 58 degrees, cloudy skies. It has rained on and off in the morning into the early afternoon. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew. Down to the field, Evan Washburn.
And in recent years, this rivalry has provided some great finishes, and often equally as entertaining has been the trash talk leading up to game day, often coming from the Jets and former coach Rex Ryan. Well, under Todd Bowles, a completely different situation. His message to his team this week was ignore the noise. If you think of this game as the biggest game of the year, we are not going to play well. Do not get out of character. Think of this as game 6. And guys, as we saw and heard last night, it seems like they bought in.
No doubt about it, Evan. Patriots week a little different under Bowles compared to Rex Ryan. New England won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So Stephen Gostkowski will kick it off. Chris Owusu, who's back from a knee injury, is the return man, the fourth-year wideout from Stanford. Jets have already equaled their win total from last season. They're 4-1. The Patriots trying to remain undefeated. And the kickoff goes to the back of the end zone. The Jets will have it at the 20-yard line to open things up. Ryan Fitzpatrick, last week, 34-20 win over Washington. Fitzpatrick was sharp. 2 touchdowns through the air and 1 on the ground.
He told us last night the Jets are brimming with confidence because running back Chris Ivory and that Jets D are playing lights out today. He knows it's just critical for the Jets to score touchdowns, not have to settle for field goals. He's well aware of the potency of the Patriot offense led by Brady.
Jets are 4-1 for the first time since 2010. That season they started 5-1 and went 11-5 and beat the Patriots in the divisional round of the AFC playoffs. Motion man is Cumberland, first play from scrimmage. Fitzpatrick on a give. Ivory trying to get to the outside, and he is pushed out. Jamie Collins leading the charge for New England. He has been everything for the Pats defensively this season. James Carpenter, part of that offensive line for New York. Todd Bowles called him the most underrated signing that the Jets made during the offseason, with a lot of big-name signings. Eric Decker, 5 straight games with a touchdown for Decker, leading this improved Jets offense. Loss of 4 on the play. Owusu is in as a third receiver. Quincy Enunwa suspended 4 games for violating the league's personal conduct policy, a domestic incident for Enunwa, serving his first game. Fitzpatrick loses the football, bounced around, and it's controlled by New England. Dante Hightower on the recovery, and an early cough up for New York.
Yeah, just a horrible start for the Jets offense. They lose 3 yards on first down when Ivory's trapped in the backfield. And now Fitzpatrick trying to find a running lane out of the pocket here is going to get hit by, right at the bottom of the screen there, it looked like it was Chandler Jones. The ball bounces forward right into the arms of Hightower. Here's Jones working against Ferguson. And both him and Collins converging on Fitzpatrick. Just a terrible start for the Jets.
This season, the Jets have turned it over 7 times in the first half. That's tied for the most in the NFL with Houston. And New England opens up inside the Jets' 20. James White is out there replacing Dion Lewis. On first down for Brady and the Pats. Working out of the gun. Brady. Protection falling apart, and Brady forced to get rid of it. At the feet of Edelman, pressure coming from Muhammad Wilkerson for the Jets. Tom Brady has set a new club record, his 213th career start. That's the most in franchise history, passing Bruce Armstrong.
And because that offensive line is in constant flux because of the injury, communication's vital for Brady and them. And it's not just him talking to them. He wants to hear them talking too. That way he knows they've got the calls and the adjustments. He may have to take more time at the line of scrimmage than usual.
On a 2nd and 10, shotgun again. Brady lets it fly underneath to Gronkowski. And a modest gain, 5 yards on 2nd down, setting up 3rd down for New England. But with Revis and Davis there defensively.
Yeah, and with the Patriots in the red zone, you're going to see Revis on Gronkowski when Gronkowski splits out wide.
So 3rd and 5 now for New England. Buster Skrine is in, the nickel back for New York. They go empty and spread it with 5. On a 3rd and 5, Brady pump. Brady goes down at the 20. It's Muhammad Wilkerson leading this front seven for New York.
Well, let's check out Ferguson, number 96 right here, working against Cameron Fleming. He's going to get inside and pick up another sack. 5 sacks now on the season for Ferguson. Mohammed Wilkerson, rather, and that's a great defensive stand after the turnover for the Jets defense. But what else do you expect out of this Jet defense?
38-yard attempt for Steven Gostkowski, 21 straight makes. And he knocks it through to put New England in front. The Patriots take advantage of the turnover, and they settle for 3. Danny Amendola, got to be careful patrolling that area. Some words exchanged early. A fumble on the second play from scrimmage for Ryan Fitzpatrick. That opened the door for the New England offense. So the defense gets a win for New England, causing the fumble and the recovery. But then the Jets defense gets a win for stopping New England deep in New York territory.
And Fitzpatrick has only been sacked twice all year, sacked on that play. And that was his second fumble, but just the first one he's lost.
Credit for the sack goes to Chandler Jones on the strip. Kickoff. Owusu takes a knee, and the Jets will have it at the 20-yard line. They trail 3-0 early in this opening quarter. Well, Todd Bowles, he has seen his team come out flat in a number of games. Here's the difference. You can come out flat against Washington a week ago. Yep. You come up flat against New England in the first half, and you could find yourself down 20-0 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, there's no question about that. And this is a game you wouldn't expect the Jets to come out flat offensively, but losing 4 on first down, then the fumble on second down. Terrible start.
Zach Stacy is in the backfield for New York. It's a bootleg. Fitzpatrick, a little flip. They get the tight end involved. Cumberland with the catch, just his 3rd catch of the season. Jeff Cumberland, 16 yards on the catch and run. Defensively for New England, expect to see more Malcolm Brown today. Silver Selinga will be rotated in and out in that alignment. Jonathan Freeney stepping in. Gerard Mayo, less snaps for him. And Malcolm Butler, big challenge today going against big play Brandon Marshall and his 6'4" frame.
180!
Give it up to Stacy, and he's wrapped up. No gain on the play. No Bilal Powell today. He's out with an ankle injury. There was some speculation that Stephen Ridley would come off the physically unable to perform list to go against his former team, but the Jets deemed that he was not quite ready, so Ridley not part of the active roster.
Fitzpatrick knows the Jets well. He's played them a number of times when he was with the Buffalo Bills. He says they have a Rolodex of coverages, but he does expect Brandon Marshall to be doubled most of the day.
It's a 2nd and 10 now for the Jets across the 35. Nickel for New England. Justin Coleman in. Fitzpatrick. Rush coming. Ball gets knocked away. He tried to get it over Ninkovich on a loft.
Well, Ninkovich is only 6'2", but Fitzpatrick, he's 6'2" as well, so he's not going to be able to get this ball over the top of number 50 there. As Ninkovich comes off the block of Giacomini, and Fitzpatrick takes a big hit from Alan Branch. That play had something going. Bohannon had blockers out in front. Now it sets up a tough 3rd and long for Fitzpatrick.
Devin Smith, the rookie out of Ohio State, is the 4th receiver for the Jets. Jordan Richards is the 6th defensive back for New England. Play clock is down to 1. They get the play off. From the gun, Fitzpatrick fires, complete, in stride, he hits Eric Decker. And it's a first down into New England territory, quiets the crowd. He's brought down at the 40. It's a 24-yard hookup.
Well, it's single coverage against Malcolm Butler on the crossing route, and Decker is so good at this type of play right here with a stiff arm right to the face mask of Richards. Big conversion there all the way into Patriot territory at the 40. 24 yards.
Last week, Decker had a fumble. He had 2 drops, but he did have a touchdown. 4 catches, 59 yards against Washington. New set of downs for New York to work with. Here's Fitzpatrick. Sets in, fires, deep ball, a rainbow, incomplete. Decker, the intended receiver, in a matchup against Malcolm Butler.
Butler just running stride for stride with Decker. He sees this ball in the air right about now. Watch the lunge by Butler with the right hand, just enough to knock it away from Decker. Tremendous athletic play by Malcolm Butler. See how the ball changes its rotation there. That means he got a couple of fingertips on that one.
And Dan, no Chris Ivory on this possession. We wonder if he took a shot on that first play from scrimmage.
He did not look good on that first play from scrimmage, did he?
2nd and 10, bootleg, Fitzpatrick. Knocked down. Again, it's Ninkovich. All over the field. Allen Brandt's the pressure, and that combination is giving the Jets fits early on.
Well, Ninkovich has 5 career interceptions, number 50 there, as Bohannon lets him go after it's a screen pass, but he got both hands on that pass.
Well, Chris Ivory is jogging in place, but it's been Zach Stacy in the backfield on this possession for New York. 3rd and 10. 4-receiver set. Fitzpatrick steps up. He guns it complete for a first down. Across the 30, feeding the football to Decker once again. That one covers 12 yards.
He's 6'3", 215, and with a big body here against Butler, who's just 5'11", 190. Watch how he posts him up here. Shields him with his body. Ball right on target, and another first down for the Jets. Good bounce back drive here for Fitzpatrick.
Decker heads to the Jets sideline. Jets on the move as we hit the 10-minute mark of the first quarter. New England leading 3-0. Motion man is Owusu. Give it to Stacy. Zach Stacy carries some defenders with him for a 4-yard pickup. Stacy came over in a deal with St. Louis. Good inside runner, required for a 7th-round draft pick, a solid receiver, but doesn't have the skill set of a Chris Ivory, who's currently leading the NFL in rushing yards per game.
But he's another one of those shorter guys, Ian, that at 5'9", but he packs 224 pounds into that 5'9".
Why did you stare at me when you said shorter guys?
Just trying to relate, pal. No offense.
Trying to make a human connection. Always. 2nd and 7 now. Fitzpatrick, little floater. It's caught by Marshall.
Now these big receivers now are taking control on this drive. That ball thrown right over the top to Marshall. Defended by Logan Ryan. Again, Ryan, 5'11". Marshall, he goes at about 6'4", and when you reach up high like that, watch him keep the ball away from Ryan. Great awareness. Marshall, who has had some fumble troubles this year. 3, one of those a bad lateral.
So Jets, now their 10th play of this drive. Fitzpatrick timing right to the end zone. It's over the head of Decker. Malcolm Butler there, stride for stride with Decker.
It's obvious that Chan Gailey likes his mismatch size-wise on the outside with Decker and Marshall. That ball just thrown away by Fitzpatrick because that time Butler had good inside position on the receiver.
Chan Gailey, first year as the offensive coordinator for the Jets, former head coach with Dallas and Buffalo. And that chemistry goes back to his Bills days with Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's a 2nd and 10 for New York. 8:46 to go in the first. Fake the running play. Fitzpatrick, little pump fake looking for an angle, and Fitzpatrick is out of bounds. Jamie Collins veering over to limit Fitzpatrick to a 3-yard gain. Ryan Fitzpatrick had an 18-yard touchdown run last week. That was the longest touchdown run for a Jets quarterback since Richard Todd in 1980.
Hey, he's had 20 carries on the year. We had a flag down on the
Illegal
play.
use of hands. Hands in the face. Defense number 22. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Justin
Automatic
Coleman
first down.
with it. Hands to the face. As Fitzpatrick converts for the first down, and then they get extra yardage across the field. That right hand to the face mask of Chris Owusu. Penalty happened 40 or 45 yards away from where Fitzpatrick was running.
Jets are now inside the 5. Jets have been efficient in the red zone. 12th play of the drive. It's a lot easier in the red zone when you're working it inside the 5 as well, and you've got a power runner like Ivory who has not been in for this possession. It's Stacy. Zach Stacy puts the helmet down and picks up a couple.
And the Patriots, they have to be aware of Fitzpatrick on the bootleg or even on a quarterback draw. Averaging 4.2 yards a carry as a quarterback.
Matt Patricia, 4th year as the defensive coordinator of the Pats, his 12th year with the organization. And he's got the best set of number 2 pencils in the league.
And a fine, fine beard.
That is top notch.
There you go, looking at me now, huh?
Well, making a connection. 2nd and goal for New York. Fitzpatrick, quick hitter, knocks up in the air, deflected again, and it was there, up for grabs, incomplete. Trying to squeeze it into Owusu.
Guess who had the best shot at it was Ninkovich on the rebound. Watch the slant route to the right side of the screen, one step and fire. And there's Ninkovich with his hands on it again. Good job coverage that time by Justin Coleman.
Was that Russell Wilson throwing it?
I would have given it to Marshawn Lynch. I don't know about you.
Even here.
Yes.
Even if he's not on the team.
Let's put that to bed. That in the emails.
3rd and goal. Jets trying to take the lead. Out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Lofts it. Cover in the juggle. And it's incomplete. In a matchup with Patrick Chung. And the Jets unable to cash in on 3rd and goal.
Chung does a great job of, he's not looking for the ball. What he's looking for is he's waiting for Cumberland to reach for the ball. And when Cumberland reaches for the ball, Chung goes right between his hands. Tremendous play by Patrick Chung. Watch him strip that right arm down and knock the ball out.
It is a 20-yard field goal attempt for Nick Folk. Steve Weatherford, who was signed yesterday as the punter. Ryan Quigley, a shin injury, so Weatherford not only punting but holding. The 10-year veteran puts it down, and Folk knocks it through. 15-play drive to tie this game at 3 apiece. This close to a touchdown for the Jets. Chung makes the play on the tight end Cumberland.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. McDonald's, now serving all-day breakfast. And by Kelley Blue Book. Find out what you should pay for your next new car at KBB.com.
Injury update. Let's go down to the field. Evan Washburn.
Well, guys, Chris Ivory, no injury to report. I did not see him with athletic trainers or doctors. Now, he was trying to stay as loose as possible. He's currently on the bike right now, but during that entire possession, he had his helmet on, chin strap buckled. He wanted to go in, it looked like. He was standing there prepared. I'll update you if I hear anything, but nothing official as of yet.
All right, Evan, thanks. It just looked a little awkward as Ivory took the handoff on that first play the Jets called of the day, and he ended up losing 4 yards.
Yeah, normally you see Ivory lower his head and try to drive forward regardless of how many defenders are around him, but he just really kind of collapsed as the tackles were coming.
Folk picks it off. Patrick Chung is the return man. It goes right through his hands. Trying to keep it in the end zone. And it will be a touchback out to the 20. Chung avoids near disaster. Tom Brady, he has won 58 of his last 62 home games, locked in at Gillette Stadium.
Well, Patrick Chung is going to muff his chance at a return here, and it almost turns into a disaster as the ball will touch the goal line, but the ball has to go entirely across the goal line in order to be marked outside of the end zone. So it's a touchback, but Patrick Chung lucky there that the ball stayed where it did.
He doesn't have a lot of experience as a kick returner. 2014, he averaged 20 yards a return with a long of 30. That's it in his career. No other year was he a featured kick returner. Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Motion man is Edelman. Tied at 3. Swing pass. James White. Spin move. And White is hit across the 25. Again, White stepping in for Dion Lewis out with an ab injury. With NFL Mobile, watch local and primetime NFL games live on your smartphone. Learn more at NFL.com/mobile. 5 receiver set. White sets up as a receiver. 2nd and 3. Brady to Edelman. First down for New England. Just across the 35. Brought down by Demario Davis, the leading tackler on the Jets.
And Brady will take this mismatch any day. Edelman on a linebacker. A short crossing route, and you can see Davis in the trail position there. First down, Pats.
2 tight ends in this formation, Gronkowski and Michael Williams, the former Lion. First and 10 at the 36. Brady pats the ball, tosses out to Gronkowski, and he's drilled right away by Gilchrist. Marcus Gilchrist came over as a free agent from San Diego. He's really fit into what Todd Bowles was looking to do with that secondary. It's a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, Gronk only had 3 catches last week. It's his first of the day for half a yard, maybe.
Bowles said he was looking for versatility, and Gilchrist can cover. He's a former cornerback and a nickel. He's tough, smart, and can tackle. Brady incomplete. White the intended target with Calvin Pace there. And it's 3rd and 9 for the Pats.
But again, Brady finding the proper mismatches according to the game plan of Josh McDaniels. Got his running back White on the linebacker, Pace. And there's a drop pass.
His 15th year with the Patriots, former head coach of the Broncos in 09 and 10. Brady underneath. Edelman tries to break a tackle and will come up well short of the first down. David Harris, along with Demario Davis, made sure he didn't get to the marker. It's a 5-yard pickup, and it's 4th down for New England.
And the decision is to go for it on 4th down.
It's 4th and 4.
It's just 1 out of 4 this season converting 4th down opportunities. Now the punt team comes out. But 3rd down, the Patriots are best in the league at converting at 50%. But that's because they usually have a 3rd and 5 or less. That time was 3rd and 9, and they couldn't pick it up.
And the Jets get their return man Curley onto the field. Play clock is down to 2. Ryan Allen to punt it. Some pressure. Curley, fair catch called for, brings it in cleanly, and the Jets will get the football back after the 41-yard punt from Allen. We're tied at 3. First quarter action continues from Foxborough. Back here at Gillette Stadium, and back on the field is Chris Ivory. Just had the 1 carry on the first play for the Jets. Lost 4 yards. Then we saw Zach Stacy in on the next possession for New York. Ivory gets the call. Ivory stutter steps, thrown backwards by Hightower, making a statement against the tough Ivory. Forward progress will get him 3 yards.
On his first carry, he loses 4 yards. And you can see how he slows down, almost as if he heard the whistle blow or something, and gets dropped for a 4-yard loss. And that time it looked like he had a little bit more going there, but a good tackle and a throwback by Hightower.
Ivory had 146 yards on the ground last week, the first Jets running back since Freeman McNeil to rush for 140-plus yards in back-to-back games. That goes back to 1985. Play action. Fitzpatrick avoids the rush. Zigzags. Fitzpatrick. Terrific job by Fitzpatrick getting out of the pocket, getting to the perimeter for a gain of 11. Dante Hightower put the heat.
Now a gain of 11 that time for Fitzpatrick. Smart runner and faster than you think. Look how he outruns Hightower. Hightower just gives up as he sees the sidelines coming up. And Fitzpatrick converts to another first down for the Jets.
We asked him about going up against Belichick. He said they're constantly mixing it up. They move guys around, interchangeable parts on defense. He said they're not that complicated, but they also don't have a lot of tendencies that you can pick up on tape. Deflected. Almost picked off. Decker had a chance at it. Ninkovich again with another tip ball. And that's the 3rd deflection in this first quarter for New England's defense.
And that's really puzzling to Fitzpatrick and frustrating. Watch Ninkovich here as he's going to read the eyes of Fitzpatrick. Gets in the throwing lane. Decker almost can pull it in with one hand. But Fitzpatrick now 0 for his last 4 because of the play of Ninkovich.
It's a 2nd and 10 for New York. 3:46 remaining in the first. Fake it to Ivory. Fitzpatrick avoids it. Fitzpatrick sets it up for Bohannon. Ryan Fitzpatrick gets it done for New York, avoiding the rush of Hicks, looping around and finding the open fullback.
Well, let's check out Hicks. I mean, he comes clear, free on the quarterback here as he beats a double team. Giacomini lets him go. And Ole there, Chandler Jones can't make the catch, and then always looking downfield as Jamie Collins was approaching and finds Bohannon.
First catch of the year for Tommy Bohannon, the third-year fullback from Wake Forest. First down for the Jets. Give it up. Ivory takes the opening, turns it into a 3-yard gain. NFL Today update. JB, Bart Scott in New York.
Interim coach Dan Campbell has the Dolphins flying high.
Oh, yeah, he continues to inspire. Right here, you're going to see Jarvis Landry take the catch, take it all the way across the field. Remember, he is a tremendous punt returner. Ryan Tannehill, 6 of 6 on the day, 127 yards. Miami up, 14-zip.
That in the first quarter. Iron Eagle, Dan Fouts and Evan Washburn.
The soup is simmering. Dan Campbell on a 2nd and 7. Ivory battles inside and takes it to the 40. That's a 3-yard gain for tough-minded Chris Ivory. Jamie Collins in on the stop. You know, we asked Ivory, what do you like? What do you like to run? He said, I like the inside zone and I like power, and going right, he feels very comfortable with his offensive line.
Well, he's dominant on his right side, so he'll put that one foot in the ground and get upfield. Well, Ivory likes to push off his right leg and use that power.
They bring Zach Stacy in on 3rd down. Full receiver set, Curley and Owusu. Play clock is down to 2. Shotgun Fitzpatrick. They protect him. Fitzpatrick on time to Decker. First down for New York. 17 yards. Ryan Fitzpatrick loads it up to Eric Decker.
Well, Collins is going to come on the blitz, and he's not going to get there. And Decker's just having a whale of a first quarter here. 3 catches now for 52 yards and another first down and another impressive drive for the Jets after that disastrous start in 2 plays that Fitzpatrick fumbled on. But boy, what a comeback he has made.
He has had 6 targets so far. He's now on the sideline. Brandon Marshall operating out of the slot. Ivory is back in there on a 1st and 10 inside the 25. Bootleg, Fitzpatrick sets the feet. Nobody home. He bounced it in the area of Owusu.
He knew that pressure was coming. He felt Dante Hightower coming free, and instead of taking a sack that would take them out of field goal range, decided to throw that one in the dirt in front of Owusu.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, 7 career games against New England prior to this one, going against Bill Belichick. 13 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. His team 1-6 in those games. On a 2nd and 10. Ivory a spin move. Ivory can't break free of Hightower. Dante Hightower returning to the lineup. He missed the Colts game with a rib injury, and he's had an impact in this opening quarter. No gain.
Yeah, Hightower very active here as he again is meeting Ivory and not giving Ivory anything after contact. Tom
Brady has done a lot of warming up on the sideline for New England.
Now, how about the Jets' play selection? 15 passes against 10 runs.
2nd straight double-digit drive for the Jets. This is their 10th play of the possession. On a 3rd and 10. Fitzpatrick underneath. They set a pick for Curley, and Jeremy Curley accelerates. Curley has enough for the first down. Time winding down in this opening quarter. That play covers 12 yards. Curley just his 7th grab of the season.
And how about 4 for 5 converting 3rd downs to keep these long drives alive for New York?
End of the first quarter with the Jets and the Patriots tied at 3. We'll return to Foxborough after these messages. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50. Start of the second quarter here in Foxborough. Ian Eagle, Dan Fouts, Evan Washburn, the rest of our NFL on CBS crew. Time of possession just on this drive, 5 minutes and 5 seconds. In the first quarter, New England had the football for 3 minutes and 46 seconds. 141 yards of offense for the Jets, 21 for the Pats. Just 8 plays run for New England.
Yeah, who would have guessed that, huh? Before this game, that the Pats would be sitting on 21 yards. So the defense of the Jets holding serve, but how about the offense of the Jets so far, too?
Number 1 rushing attack in the NFL. Number 8 in total offense. And a 1st and 10 just inside the 12. Ivory picks a spot, drives through it. And we'll gain 2.5 on the play.
Well, on 3rd and 10, you called it. It was definitely a pick play. Watch Decker here. He's going to go out here and search out the defensive back, allowing Curley to get underneath. But if this isn't a pick, I don't know what is. He goes out and just blocks the defender. Curley picks up 12 yards. I mean, Butler had Chung had no chance at taking Curley over the middle.
Spot the football just inside the 10. Ivory sets up as a receiver. Motion man is Curley. On 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick out of the pocket. Fitzpatrick looking to run. Fitzpatrick lowers the shoulder and takes a shot from McCourty. Devin McCourty with the lick.
Now Fitzpatrick, most quarterbacks would go out of bounds about here, but he's thinking get in the end zone. Got in the end zone last week. He pulls away from Hightower and then absorbs this big shot right in the back from McCourty.
They caught him on the shoulder as well.
The right shoulder.
Now a 3rd and 1 for the Jets.
They can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
Curley goes in motion. Jets looking for the lead. Inside handoff. Ivory driving. Ivory towards the goal line. And just short, but he does have enough for the first down.
Yeah, tremendous leg drive and then help from his offensive line. Hightower again is going to meet him at about the 2-yard line, right about there, but watch this surge by the offensive line. Giacomini's always good for an assist there. That's enough to pick up the first down.
Jets bring in a 6th offensive lineman. It's Brent Qualley. 1st and goal for the Jets. Ivory shifts out of the backfield. Fitzpatrick will take a timeout.
Yeah, wisely, because they had 2 men in motion there. Cumberland was not set as Fitzpatrick is about to call for the snap, so he smartly called timeout.
Well, the wait is over. The world premiere of Supergirl is just 1 day away. Be sure to see what everyone will be talking about. Supergirl, it premieres tomorrow after a new Big Bang Theory, only CBS. A flag came down. They might have gotten the penalty before the timeout was taken. I think that's the conversation right now between Bill Vinovich and Todd Bowles.
But what took the officials so long? You were halfway into Supergirl.
New York is
there,
not charged with a timeout due to the penalty. First down.
So it ends up backing the Jets up on the false start just outside the 5. First and goal. Fitzpatrick hooks a pass. He's got Curley for the touchdown. Curley, great positioning. And the Jets take the lead early in the second quarter.
The second touchdown catch of the season. And you wouldn't expect a 5'9" receiver to be the primary down here on the goal line, but he's going to run a quick little slant route against Justin Coleman, the rookie out of Tennessee. How about a 14-play drive? 83 yards, 7.5 minutes, Ian, and they overcome the penalty from the goal line back to the 5, and Curley gets in.
Nick Folk is on for the extra point. Tanner Purdom will snap it. Weatherford is the holder. And straight through for Folk. 10-3 advantage for the Jets. Another long drive. This one culminates in a Jeremy Curley touchdown grab. Jeremy Curley has been a bit of a forgotten man in this Jets offense. But Curley a factor in this first half. 14 plays on that drive for the Jets. They had 15 plays on the previous drive, so 29 plays last two drives for New York, and a 10-3 lead at the 12:30 mark, second quarter.
And Fitzpatrick has thrown 16 passes already.
Folk kicks it off. Amendola, the return man. New England looking for a spark here. Amendola with a flag down. He was spun down just shy of the 25. No Chung on that return. Remember, Chung let the ball go right off his hands on the first try of the day. Tom Brady is getting
Personal
restless.
foul, low block. Kicking team number 26. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Union keeps the ball. First down. Timeout.
If there has been one issue for the Jets early this season, it has been special teams. It's been spotty at times. Brady just chomping at the bit to get out there. New England's dominance here at one Patriot place. Last 50 home games, 46-4. Best winning percentage over a 50-game span at home in the Super Bowl era. Well, they haven't run enough plays to establish a rhythm yet on offense. Just 8 plays so far in this first half. This is the 9th. Brady, play fake. Brady knocked away, trying to get it to Gronkowski. Calvin Pryor, the 3rd there for the slap down.
Let's go back to the touchdown. This alignment here by Coleman is designed to take away the inside slant route, but the quickness of Curley, one small step to the outside and then speed and quickness to the inside gets him a touchdown.
New England came in having scored on 56 of its offensive possessions, and they cannot get it going. Brandon LaFell, who's back on the team after being activated off the physically unable to perform list with a foot injury. That's a drop, and it's 3rd and 10 for New England.
It was a drop, but it was a poor throw by Brady, too. When Brady misses often, it is low, and right now he is not in a rhythm. Not able to hit Gronkowski on first down or LaFell on second down.
I mentioned the percentage of offensive possessions they've scored. That leads the NFL in scoring efficiency, and a big drop-off to number 2, Cincinnati, 43%. 13 percentage points below New England. 3rd and 10. Brady over the middle. Amendola open, but short of a first down as he crossed the 45. That one covers 7 yards. And the punting unit will come on for Bill Belichick's squad as we hit 12 minutes to play, second quarter.
And defensive coordinator Casey Rogers dialing up a safety blitz that time. Calvin Pryor coming late in the face of Brady and forcing the hot throw. It wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Jeremy Curley waiting for this punt at his own 10-yard line. Ryan Allen will boot it. Not much pressure. High punt from Allen. Curley ranging over, and he brings it in at the 7. 47-yard punt from Allen. It's been a perplexing first half and a frustrating one for Tom Brady and the New England offense. The Patriots Hall of Fame. Wait, who's here?
Are you kidding me?
But do they go everywhere? These two guys has traveled from Cleveland to Foxborough.
If they wash those jerseys once in a while.
Oh, those are the same jerseys, I guess.
I'm afraid so.
Jets take over after the punt from Allen. They lead it 10-3. Zach Stacy gets the call. Runs into Allen Branch and picks up 2.5 yards on forward progress.
Well, they didn't start out too good for Fitzpatrick on second play of the game. He's stripped of the ball by Chandler Jones, but he's bounced back, converting 5 of 6 third downs, and then also using his legs to keep the Patriots off balance. And again, the slant route to Curley on a play by the rookie Justin Coleman you just can't have, trying to take away inside position with your alignment and then still letting the receiver inside.
Rashawn Melvin is now in there in the secondary for New England. Stacy. He's got that running lane. He's brought down by Chung. Good block by Ferguson to spring him loose for 7. NFL Today update. JB and Bart Scott.
Shades of Dan Fouts.
Yeah, man. Ryan Tannehill is on fire. 9 for 9 for 201. He's going to find Lamar Miller, who does the rest. Ryan Tannehill on the day, 3 touchdowns for over 50 yards. Miami is woken up 28-0 against Houston.
White at the start of the second quarter. Ian and Dan.
Is that the same team we saw in London a few weeks ago?
No, I think the chowder is working in Miami.
Trying to make things interesting in the AFC East. This is a 3rd and 2. Fitzpatrick. Too high. It was over the head of Marshall. He was dealing with some pressure in the pocket.
Good defensive stand for the Patriots here. Jamie Collins, the most athletic defender that Matt Patricia has ever been able to coach. Good pressure there by Chandler Jones as he takes Brickashaw Ferguson back to the quarterback. That's a deadly combo there, Collins and Jones.
Steve Weatherford was hosting a radio show yesterday, and now he is punting for the New York Jets. And it takes a New England bounce. Ryan Quigley is out with a shin injury. Weatherford most recently with the New York Giants. His second stint with the Jets, that was just 31 yards for the 10-year veteran. On October 13th, Patriot players made a special visit to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. The players visited cancer patients and survivors, surprising them with Patriots gifts. And they invited 10 survivors to a special day of pampering at Gillette Stadium. Join in the fight against breast cancer and find out how you can help make a crucial catch. Share this message with friends and loved ones at NFL.com/pink. Well, we've got 9:50 to play in this first half, Dan. New England does not have a running play yet. First 3 possessions, they took over at the Jets 19 after the Fitzpatrick fumble. Settled for the field goal. Then 5 plays, 3 plays. They open up this possession in New York territory with a double tight end set. Brady, plenty of time. Brady, incomplete. LaFell. LaRust.
And he's going to beat Darrelle Revis, too, on this crossing route. It's a good pass protection for Brady because this takes a while to get off. But there's a sharp cut to the inside, ball slightly thrown behind him, but that's 2 drops now for LaFell.
Off-season foot surgery for LaFell. Revis there defensively, former teammates. Revis won a Super Bowl with the Patriots last season. Running play, first one, Blunt. Not much there. Just across the 45, Sheldon Richardson in on the stop, a 3-yard pickup. JB and Bart, NFL Today update.
Everything going Miami way.
JB, when it rains, it pours. Rashad Jones is going to get the deflected catch, interception, take it in for the score. Miami is all over Houston, 35-0.
Back to Ian Eagle.
Diamond!
Wow.
56!
Wow, is right. Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year.
You have a vote?
I wish I did. He'd get it.
3rd and 7, motion man Edelman. Brady gets rid of it. It's underneath, breaking a tackle. Amendola, good cut by Amendola to give New England the first down.
Well, they had been 0 for 3 on 3rd downs, but if he doesn't make this great move as the crowd goes crazy for the first down. Tremendous move by Amendola.
Patriots moving quickly here. We're down to 8:45 to play in the first half. Jets lead at 10-3. Brady looked behind him. There was nobody there. Brady throws. It's complete to Amendola.
Yeah, it was play action pass with nobody to play action with. Brady with a 360 here, but he knows where to go with the ball. Slides to the left and finds Amendola in the seam.
Tom Brady has gone over 55,000 yards in his NFL career. Gronkowski sets up as a receiver. Almost intercepted by Wilkerson. Brady was locked in on Gronk.
Well, and he had Gronk too. And Wilkerson telling Brady he got away with one there. Watch the reaction here by number 96 as he doesn't even rush the passer. Wilkerson getting in the passing lane, and that's what Todd Bowles talked about. Not so much getting sacks. The Jets only have 8 on the year, but they're very good at getting in the passing lane and getting some tip passes that lead to interceptions.
On second down, Patriots going empty again. Shotgun for Brady. They trail by a touchdown. Pump. Brady. End zone. Too high. James White, who's only 5'10", in a matchup with a linebacker, Demario Davis.
But again, we're seeing Brady finding the mismatches that he favors here. But that time, the coverage by Davis was really pretty good because he took away the inside and forced the throw high and wide to the 5'10" James White.
No Dion Lewis today, out with an abdomen injury. So James White stepping in for Lewis. White remains out there on a 3rd and 10 now for the Patriots. Edelman in motion. Brady out of trouble. Brady hit inside the 5. He's like a cheetah.
I think he surprised himself here a little bit. Now he's going to get to the line of scrimmage, which is wise, so the Jets can't substitute here. But he's looking for the end zone here. He's not looking to slide.
And a give to White to the outside. Cut down. Calvin Pryor just saved a touchdown.
That's a fantastic play by Pryor. Looked like White had the corner to get to the pylon, at least to dive for it. But the tackle by Pryor, number 25, skating along the defensive line there. White can't get the stiff arm on him, and he can't extend across the line.
2nd and goal for the Patriots. We approach 7 minutes to go, first half. New England looking for the equalizer. Fade route. Too high. Gronkowski with Pryor there defensively. And it's 3rd and goal now for New England.
Pryor's a good matchup for Gronkowski because he's physical and he's got size, at least in his weight, about 210 pounds. So he's not overpowered there by Gronkowski coming off the line of scrimmage. And Brady really never gave Gronkowski a chance to make a leaping catch of that ball in the back of the end zone.
3rd and goal. Brady fires it. Gronkowski. Did he break the plane?
Oh, I thought he did at first look.
Jets are claiming they stopped him before he got across the goal line.
Well, running inside here, it's one of those fake pick plays.
62.
Apparently the ball never broke the plane. This is where you got to watch out for Brady and the quarterback sneak here.
And Belichick is going for it, of course, on 4th down. Tight formation. Brady over the top. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady takes care of it himself.
Yeah, he's so good at either going really low or using his 6'4" body to stretch across there. Reaches across, breaks the plane 16 times now. Brady has rushed for a touchdown in his 16-year career.
He is one of the best ever to do that as a sneak runner.
And behind a rookie center in David Andrews.
Extra point, Gronkowski. It banged through off the upright, and we are tied at 10. Tom Brady had an 11-yard scramble to keep the drive going, and the 1-yard touchdown plunge. That's the equalizer in the 2nd quarter. "11 plays, 47 yards for the Patriots. Brady, the 1-yard touchdown run. And this game is tied at 10 with 6:24 to play. First half in Foxborough. kickoff from Gostkowski. Owusu is deep. And this will not be returned. Jets will have it at the 20-yard line. Right now, Tom Brady is leading the Patriots in rushing, and Ryan Fitzpatrick is leading the Jets in rushing.
You got a problem with that?
I got no problem with
Okay, well, mobile quarterbacks.
it. Did you ever lead the Chargers in rushing, Dan?
Excuse me. Hang on, I'm buffering.
Are you buffering?
I'm going to buffer on this one.
Check the record books.
No, don't worry about it.
Chris Ivory has been limited. 7 carries, 8 yards for Ivory. Number 4 in the NFL in rushing overall behind Forte, Freeman, and Hyde entering action today. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. Off to the side of Jeremy Curley.
You know, you go back to that last possession for the Jets, the fine punt for the Patriots by Allen, pinned them deep in their own end, and then Weatherford comes out with a 31-yarder, giving the Patriots possession at the 47-yard line of New York. So it was a short drive, well executed by Brady and company, but yet special teams hurting the Jets.
Last week, Jets racked up a season-high 474 yards against the Redskins. They have 164 yards in the first half today against New England. Ivory, off the middle. Hakeem Hicks in on that stop. It's a 2-yard gain for Chris Ivory. Ninkovich also part of that play defensively for the Pats. They'll make personnel changes. Devin Smith comes in. Zach Stacy returns for New York.
Part of Chan Gailey's history is obviously is spreading things out. So he decides to go with 4 wide receivers and Zach Stacy on this 3rd down.
Nickel package here for New England. Deron Harmon checks in his 3rd year out of Rutgers. 3rd and 8. Fitzpatrick gets it to Decker. Decker makes a man miss. And Decker right at the line to gain. Malcolm Butler got spun around.
This may be good enough for the Jets after this great effort by Decker. He's way short of the 1st down with a catch. Spins away right there from Butler, and they're going to give him a very favorable mark.
Boy, they put the football at the 30.
Yeah, he was short. This might be worth a challenge. And there's a challenge flag by Bill Belichick.
On the live look, it felt very close, but then when they placed the football down, it looked like he easily got half a yard extra on the spot.
New England is challenging the ruling on the field with regard to a spot with a 1st down. Timeout.
Really smart challenge here. Coach is upstairs seeing the replay, knowing that Decker is coming up short of the 1st down.
Vinovich will take a look at this.
Let's check out the right elbow of Eric Decker, and you're going to see just how short he is of the 30-yard line. Nowhere near the yard to gain.
Bill Vinovich.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field has changed. The runner was down short of the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1/2 on the right hash. New England is not charged a timeout, and they win their 1st challenge.
So it's 4th down here, and Steve Weatherford is coming onto the field. They got to move the football, though.
Yeah, move it back a half yard. There they go. You see how Weatherford does this time. 31 yards. Gave the Patriots great field position last time he punted.
Julian Edelman, the return man, standing at his own 20-yard line. Weatherford. Not much of a rush. From the 24, returnable for Edelman. Edelman avoids the tackle and brings it across the 40-yard line. A 47-yard punt, 17-yard return for Edelman. Coming up, Verizon Halftime Report. JB, Bart, Boomer, Coach Cower. Latest NFL scores and highlights, and a preview of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. It's coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. They are deep in conversation getting
deep,
ready.
Deep.
That was deep.
There's some deep guys there. You know, that 47-yard punt was low, and so the 17-yard return nets out 30. So 31 and 30 yards for the last two punts for the Jets.
And again, excellent field position now for the Pats. 4:49 remaining in this first half. Take the running play. Brady. It bounces off of LaFell. Coverage from Cromartie.
Now, the rust is very apparent on Brandon LaFell. This is his first action of the year after dealing with a foot injury. Good job by Cromartie with the left hand sneaking between the two hands of LaFell.
He had 74 catches last season, 953 yards and 7 touchdowns in his first year with the Patriots. That's his third drop of the first half. Brady over the middle. He connects. Michael Williams stays upright.
They're going to say he's down, but I'm not sure he ever hit the ground. But I know one guy's not getting off the ground. That's Calvin Pryor. This is a 304-pound tight end landing right on top of you. His right elbow is down.
Yeah.
So this is a proper call by the officials, but don't tell Michael Williams that. This could be a huge injury for the Jets. Calvin Pryor, their outstanding strong safety.
Pryor on his feet.
The wind knocked out of him, he's indicating.
Chris Ivory, they're working on that left leg of Ivory. He just didn't look right early in this game as we check in with Evan Washburn.
Well, guys, just a quick update on Ivory Iron. You just mentioned a deep massage on that left hamstring, and I've kept a close eye on him. He has not looked comfortable his entire time on the sideline. We've seen him play, not really effective, but he's constantly working now on that left leg, and the athletic trainers are chipping in. As soon as I hear anything official about his status, I'll let you know.
All right, thanks, Evan. Keep in mind also, Jets are very thin at safety. Deion Bailey steps in formerly with Seattle. He was waived by the Seahawks. Jaquan Jarrett was waived by the Jets yesterday to make room for Weatherford. He was dealing with an injury, a knee injury. So Bailey is in. This is a 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard pickup by Michael Williams. Patriots trying to convert. Brady connects with Gronkowski. He's not going down. Dragging Gilchrist with him. He got a hold of the Gronk jersey, but that's not enough to bring down 6'6", 265-pound Gronkowski.
And he averages 18.5 yards per catch. That time he goes for 26. He's just the most dominant tight end in the NFL.
They are inside the Jets 30. Brady under pressure, sidesteps it. Brady gets rid of it. Oh, Edelman gets stamped. Penalty marker down at the 34.
Yeah, it's Buster Screen coming in here with a big hit. Watch number 41 here, comes off his man and finds Edelman and delivers that legal shot with a shoulder to the chest of Edelman.
Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And a holding call against New England. Cameron Fleming forced into a starting role, and they've had to mix and match on that offensive line. Marcus Cannon not available because of a toe injury. They move Sebastian Vollmer over to the left side. Fleming starting on the right side. Klein shifts to left guard for the injured Shaq Mason.
Slow down. You're going too fast.
I'm sorry. Are you writing these down, Dan?
Well, all I know is they only have 6 offensive linemen dressed for this game.
Calvin Pryor is back in there for the Jets. This is a 1st and 20 now for New England. Brady pump and throw over the head of Edelman. 2nd and 20 now for the Patriots, 3:27 mark of the second quarter.
Edelman, who had a finger problem last week, had a couple of drops, and in fact he cost Brady his only interception of the year on a bobble that was picked off, but that goes right through his hands.
Patriots will throw it for the 23rd time. Brady, oh, he drops it in the bucket to LaFell, threading the needle. Perfectly thrown ball by Brady.
Yeah, got it over the outstretched hand of David Harris, the linebacker, number 52 here. I mean, that's touch. That's just beautiful. That's playing in the league. Good news for the Jets. Pryor back in the game, but late coming over.
The officials are huddling up along the sideline. Tom Brady wanted to get this thing going. That's part of the Patriots offense, is moving quickly. And the question is the spot. It's a first down.
Look at Revis, got his fingertip on that ball, and still it had enough to get to LaFell before Pryor can make the hit.
So a new set of downs for the Patriots at the 19 of New York. We're tied at 10, 3:04 to play, first half.
Brady showing great touch on that ball, getting it just over the fingers of Revis.
And the challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles could be questioning the spot of that LaFell
New York
grab.
is challenging the ruling on the field with the spot with regard to a first down.
He took the shot from Pryor, and the elbow is down there. He's got a good point. The slide got him the first down.
Yeah, but once that elbow goes down, that's it. So, if this is overturned, it'll be 3rd and 1.
They placed the football at the 19-yard line, and a look at that replay, he was short.
Yep.
So Bowles and his coaching staff, heads up.
Yeah, and your eagle eye.
We had Belichick question a spot earlier. He was correct. Bowles doing the same now after the LaFell reception.
Well, there's a hit by Pryor. Look, you can see had to get about the 19-yard line, and he's right on the 20-yard line when that elbow hits. This will be a full yard short of the first down.
Call on the field was a first down. Mike Carey, our NFL rules expert. What'd you see on that play, Mike?
Yeah, and just about the same thing you guys did. When the receiver's right elbow hits, the ball's in his left hand, and it looks like the tail end of the ball is right in the middle of the 20-yard stripe. They'll put it there and see if it's short, which it looks like it is.
And Mike, it happened right along the Jets sideline, so they had a pretty good view of it as well.
And if they have to measure, they've already moved the chains.
That's true.
Yes, but here's what they have. They have the exact spot marked on the chain so they can go back and put
on the
right
field
spot.
is changed. The runner is short of the line of the game. It'll be 3rd down and a half-yard line at the 19-yard line.
All right, good stuff, Mike.
They're not even going to have to bother to bring out the chains. Half a yard short. But they have to move the ball back. It's still resting on the 19-yard line.
Now the Jets are waiting for the officials to move it. This happened earlier as well. And now the spot is going to be just inside the 20.
And again, the Jets have got to be alert for the quarterback sneak by Brady. He's already scored a touchdown last time the Patriots had the ball on a sneak.
They need less than a yard to keep this drive alive. Brady so far 12 of 22, 114 yards. He has a rushing touchdown for New England. White in the backfield.
Choose the mic. Hey, get 52. 56
Michael Williams lines up as a receiver.
319.
Brady from the gun. Pressure. Brady is dropped by Pace.
Pace comes on the blitz from the outside, and there's nobody to pick him up because James White goes in motion. Number 97 coming free here. And what a huge play. Smart challenge. And then a really creative blitz that time for the Jets by Calvin Pace.
And it turns into a 46-yard attempt for Gostkowski. He's got it. New England takes the lead as we hit 2 minutes to play in the first half. Patriots 13, the Jets 10. Back with more from Foxborough. Seven plays, 31 yards, the 46-yard field goal for New England. Now the Patriots in front 13-10 with 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. Gostkowski will kick it off to Owusu. Just the difference in starting field position. New England's starting field position average, their own 46-yard line. For the Jets, their own 17. Owusu takes it out. Owusu just short of the 20. And that's where the Jets will open up on this drive with just under 2 minutes to go. Coming up, Verizon Halftime Report, JB, Bart, Boomer, Coach Cower, scores and highlights, and a preview of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. It's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. Tom Brady, Josh McDaniels working through some things along that sideline, and Brady is still the leading rusher for the Patriots with 12 yards. Fitzpatrick, the leading rusher for the Jets with 21 yards. Dan Fouts led the Chargers in rushing once in his career, December of 1979, with 46 yards. Chris Ivory thrown down at the 21. That was a Charger loss to Atlanta, 28-26.
Well, I had an excuse. My daughter Suzanne was born the day before. Okay?
Oh, you had some other things going on in your life.
I thought I should run more that day for some reason.
Trying to run to the hospital, I think.
Absolutely.
Well, for Ivory, he just hasn't looked like himself. And that was from the opening play of the game. 9 carries, 12 yards for Ivory.
Definitely something wrong with his legs.
This is a guy that runs with so much fury. 2nd and 8, bootleg. Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick veering inside across the 25. Did a lot of work for the 5-yard pickup. Entering this week, averaging 115 yards per game. That's best in the NFL. Missed the one game, and that was the Jets' only loss. It came against Philadelphia.
But still, even on that play, the bootleg, the fake to Ivory was effective because of Fitzpatrick's guts in running that ball to the inside.
Dan, Patriots not using timeouts here. And the Jets facing a 3rd and 3 with 30 seconds left. Fitzpatrick gets out of trouble. And in bigger trouble, Collins buries him. Hightower, first man there. And that forced Fitzpatrick to twirl around. It's a loss of 12 on the play.
Well, here's Collins. This is going to be 4.5 sacks now for him. But check him out. He's basically on a green dog. That means if Stacy blocks, he's going to come, and then he's got the athletic ability to chase down Fitzpatrick as Fitzpatrick tries to escape the pocket, but you're not going to run past this guy or outrun him. Jamie Collins, one of the best.
New England just used its first timeout. Fitzpatrick sacked 2 times in the first 5 games, and now twice today in the first half. 24 seconds remaining on the clock.
And Bird, you talked about the great field position that the Patriots have had in this first half. They're going to get great field position again as Weatherford backs up into his own end zone to pick this one away to Edelman. He's up already to the 41-yard line.
Keep in mind, New England gets the football as well to start the second half. Buster Screen has gone to the locker room with a shoulder injury for New York. Weatherford in the air for Edelman. Settles under it from the 37. Edelman brought down across the 45. 50-yard punt. Trevor Riley makes the play on special teams, a 10-yard return for Edelman. Only 12 seconds left on the clock.
And that was a great punt by Weatherford because it was high. It allows his men to get downfield on Edelman, but it also ate up a lot of seconds off the clock because it was kicked so high. So even though Brady has 2 timeouts, he only has 12 seconds. Try to get Gostkowski into range.
Just 2 catches for Edelman today. 2 catches, 14 yards. Amendola has 3 catches for 38 yards. Gronkowski 4 catches for 32 yards. They need about 15 yards. Brady, they'll get it. With Rob Gronkowski, at least some of it brought down by Davis. Looked like he was going to get more. It turns into 8 yards with 7 seconds left on the clock.
That's at least a 3-point tackle there for Davis. As you talked about, it looked like Gronkowski had running room, but check out this dive at the ankles and the toes of Gronkowski.
It leaves 7 seconds on the clock. Gostkowski is getting ready.
Yeah, his longest this year, 57. That came against Dallas on the road.
Also his career long.
With Brady so quick getting the ball off, they may be able to afford to try one pass play and then immediately call timeout.
They need 7 yards to get into the range. 7 seconds left. Amendola, the motion man. Brady, 4 seconds, working the sideline. LaFell, incomplete, couldn't hold on to the football. 3 seconds remain on the clock.
Well, LaFell has had his struggles today. There's no question. This ball should have been caught. It's thrown low again, but he's got both hands on it. He just can't haul it in. That's 4 times now for Brandon LaFell on his first action of the season.
And think about the one catch he did have where he took that shot.
Yeah, on a deflected ball.
On 3rd down, time expires. Brady steps up. Brady is dumped at midfield. Jets will get credit for a sack. It is Sheldon Richardson getting to Tom Brady, and that will be the end of the first half. The New England Patriots 13, the New York Jets 10. Divisional showdown today in Foxborough. We'll come back, Verizon Halftime Report, after this message and a word from your